Today is a very big day. That's because exactly 30 years ago, on the December 3rd, 1994, the first PlayStation was released for the Japanese market. And since this grey little piece of outdated technology really affected my life for the better, I think we should talk about it. You see, we probably wouldn't even have the PlayStation if it wasn't for Nintendo. Yes, you heard me right, Nintendo. Back in the day, way before I was born, Nintendo wanted a CD add-on for the SNES. They wanted users to be able to play CD-based game as a purchasable add-on on the SNES. So they created a partnership with Sony. Now, this partnership favored Sony a lot. They would basically hold all the digital rights to all the content distributed via the CDs. And as the add-on was developed, Nintendo was realizing that this is not good for them. Like, they didn't want Sony to have brutal control over what's essentially their hardware. So after Sony announced the add-on itself, Nintendo gave them a real kick in the gut. What they did was that they announced that they are going to release the add-on in collaboration with Philips, Sony's biggest nemesis. So Sony had a lot of hardware and expertise left over from the failed collaboration. So why not create a brand new console from it, right? You see, the average Japanese corporation like Sony isn't exactly like your new age startup, especially back in the day. Sony was very conservative and the management itself was based on seniority, and not every new great idea was really a go because everyone was just happy with how they controlled the music industry and so much more. So pushing through an idea of creating a gaming console, a totally new field that Sony has never stepped a foot on, wasn't as easy as I make it out to be. But if you want to learn more about that, just watch a video like this. You can learn so much more than from me. So, 30 years. That's a lot. I'm 19. I'm not even 2/3 as old as the console, but here I am programming stuff for it. The console has changed my life a lot. I never thought I would have a channel revolving around programming that thing. When I took it out of the corner 2 years ago, I thought I'm just going to make a quick one-off video and be done with it and do other stuff with Arduinos, Raspberry Pis, and so much more. So I've just set my foot into the retro homebrew community, and I'm so glad I did, because I am really happy here. And it really brings a lot of joy into my life, being able to code stuff for such old hardware. You see, I'm a big sucker for low-level stuff. The stuff where there's almost nothing prepared for you. You have to do everything by yourself. You have to understand the hardware very well before you can even think about writing software for it. It's uncharted waters for me, and I love that. I love to figure out stuff for myself. And that's something the PlayStation is providing for me very well. The best thing about that is that as time goes on and programming techniques get better and better and better, especially compilers, algorithms, data structures, just everything, we can push the theoretical limit of that console beyond what was ever imaginable back in the day. I am not one of those people who can code that stuff. The stuff I do might seem a little crazy for some people, but believe me, there are many more experienced people out there. Just visit the psx.dev Discord or the website and you will see so much talent and effort being put into what's essentially a 30-year-old outdated piece of grey hardware. That's amazing. That really means something. And to celebrate this anniversary and to show you what can be done on the console nowadays, Nicholas Noble has prepared a demo. The demo might not seem as interesting nowadays, now when we have DirectX 12, real-time ray tracing and so much more, but seeing that done on the original PlayStation 1 hardware is something that is just unimaginable to me. And the limits he's able to push the console to are just plain crazy. So I'll give the word over to him to explain you how he's done it.
Hey, so happy anniversary to the PlayStation. It has been 30 years to the day that Sony has introduced the PlayStation to the community. It has been done on the 3rd of December 1994. And so, you know, the homebrew community has been very active ever since the PlayStation has been released. Even today, people are still hard at work to make it possible to continue developing on the machine. And this little demo is basically the culmination of all of the work that the community has done over the past few months, over the past few years, researching into how the machine works, basically trying to understand how we can squeeze as much performance we can out of it, developing new tools, developing new software in order to make it possible to use modern hardware and software to develop on the machine, being able to use debuggers, for example. And well, this demo doesn't use Sony code at all. Everything has been written from scratch, not even the kernel of the machine. There is a custom kernel that is happening inside of this little demo, so that we can squeeze as much performance as we can out of it. Some of the interesting technology that is in there is all of the dynamic texturing that happens. It's not necessarily anything new, but it's something that is put together for this demo specifically. Now, this demo is really just a glimpse of all the things that we've learned, and this is not the result of a single person. There has many contributors to the knowledge of the machine, many people known, many people unknown that has been involved into making any of this possible. Now, all of this is open source, so people are more than welcome to have a look to see how any of this works. And please feel free to join us on the server. We are really eager to see what people can do with all of this. We are really happy to take in contributions in any form whatsoever. But most importantly, please have fun. This is the point of such community, and we just really want everybody to feel at ease. So yeah, thank you.
My mind is just completely blown. I do not understand how Nicholas can do this stuff, but also he has decades of experience ahead of me. So yeah, maybe someday. I would also like to show you this. If you remember r/place on Reddit, well, this is something similar. It's a canvas you can write on, and there's only a 0.05 second timeout between every pixel write. You have to know programming a little bit to be able to write to it, but if you want to draw on this as well and you know a little bit of programming, you can join my Discord server in the channel BW Plays, where there are instructions on how to draw to the canvas. It's going to be running for a few more days, so join and you'll be in a video. So thanks for watching, and let's hope for another 30 more years of fun stuff with this great thing. I love it. Thanks to Nicholas. Bye! And as always, huge thanks to my Patreons, especially to RetroReversing.com and Jakub Dansbo.